Valentina from Ukraine.
And I'm Mr. East from the U.S.
We decided to leave America and move to my beloved motherland.
In the middle of a war.
We are on a mission.
A mission from God, you might say.
A mission to explore this beautiful country with its rich culture and history, gorgeous landscapes, and world-class cuisine.
And to get to know its great people.
And we invite you to join us as we travel around this little-known corner of Europe, here on East of the West.
Follow us as we explore mountainous Rakhiv, Ukraine, the fabled geographical center of Europe.
As we hunt for the famous cheese museum.
As we enjoy a delicious breakfast beside the River Tisa.
As we learn new skills.
As we take a 50-cent train ride through the mountains.
As we return to the...
Go back.
As we go back to the future.
And finally, as we discover that contrary to the common assumption that Ukraine is on the periphery of Europe, and that Rakhiv is on the periphery of Europe, here, in fact, is Europe's gently beating heart.
So come along with us as we explore
Rakhiv!
All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Rakhiv! So you can see this fellow's playing his trombita for his lady love over here, but she has been buried beneath the vines. So the place we're staying here in Rakhiv is an institution. It's been around for decades. If you ever pick up an old copy of a Lonely Planet guidebook, 15, 20 years old, you'll see it mentioned. So, also their description of Rakhiv itself is pretty funny.
На жаль, він не був у владі. Так. Розумієте, якби він був у владі, да. А влада зависть.
Ей, красная дівка, я не мив парені, я не в нашім селі, ей, мого фраєрані, я не в нашім селі, ей, мого фраєрані.
So we're walking all the way out to the edge of the town to find some mineral water. There it is.
Time.
Just a dribble. At this rate, we'll only be here for a couple of hours. Ooh, you're a third of the way.
Uh-huh.
I'll check back in half an hour.
These are,
Wild plums, huh?
yeah, but once they are on the ground, they're really sweet.
Yeah. So you can pluck them off the tree, but you're not guaranteed to get a real nice sweet one. But the ones that have already dropped there.
They're on the grass. They're clean.
Mhm.
Just wrap them a little and put it in your mouth. Mmm, so good.
All right, here we are at the Brinza Museum in Rocky. We've got a little bit of USAID there. You want to explain to everybody what Brinza is?
Brinza is the sheep cheese that Hutsuls consider their white gold.
The white gold of the Hutsuls, the Brinza. So what kind of cheese is it? What does it look like and taste like?
It's white. It's crumbles,
Crumbly cheese, right?
crumbled cheese, and it can be very salty. Actually, it depends how much salt you put, but you make it in summer, and that's what you eat in winter time. You just add to banash and some other dishes.
It's got a strong flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
let's take a look.
Okay.
It is still open. Good.
Yeah, here we are.
Mhm.
You can see the pictures.
All right.
Oh, I wonder how they use the.
Look, yeah, they're pouring it over some pine.
I think
branches.
it's just to filter it.
Well, we'll find out all about that in the museum. Hey, I recognize that. Look at that. There's a Hutsul cheese path. Hutsul Cheese Paths is a unique Ukrainian cheese route along the mountain trails which lead to Hutsuls and introduce a centuries-old tradition of cheese making, sheep and cattle breeding. And that's where all those places are.
The Cheese Museum was closed for the day, but the curator told us a little bit about the place and showed us a few of their products.
Наприклад, тут є цукерки з бринзою. Тобто це є.
Oh, these are Brinza candies. I've never tried Brinza candy. I'm gonna do it right now. Look at this. Wow.
The chocolate flavored.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is chocolate with Brinza.
chocolate Brinza.
Парадокс. Гезе є, а бринзі нема.
So the thing is that this is the first product in Ukraine that is considered the geographical importance product. Brinza.
Unique to.
Yeah, it's
Unique
unique
to
to the region. It's unique to the region, and the sheep has to be on the elevation not lower than 700 meters, and the cheese making shouldn't involve any boiling, and they also need to have a very clean product, just with a sheep made of sheep milk. Local sheep don't produce a lot of milk. That's less than 1 liter of milk per day. So the whole process is very complicated. It's a lot of work up there in the mountains. And with the war, very few people, very few farms keep going the production, and now they have a big problem because there are a lot of they finally won the big battle, so they can have this geographical importance product from the government, but they don't have enough producers to make it possible. So they are trying to keep this this great unique
part of sheep cheese making alive.
Really?
I very much like this picture. Even here in the remote corner of Ukraine, you have these restaurants where the menu's only electronic. You got to scan it with your phone. Drives me crazy.
Yep, QR codes. No paper menus.
Yeah. That's what the world's coming to.
We can't complain.
I like a paper menu.
Do you want to complain?
Yeah, come on, think of it. What's wrong with a paper menu? Humanity's had paper menus for millions of years. We don't need to switch to this stuff. This is my phone right here, man. What happens if the system goes down? Then nobody knows what your restaurant has to offer. Think about it. Back to the paper menus. That's my recommendation for this place. Okay, I'm done. We have the outdoor stadium of Rachiv here. So here we are in Rachiv, Ukraine, which, as I'm sure you all know, is the home of the geographical center of Europe. And we're on our way to visit that right now. How does it feel to be here, Valentina?
I'm so excited.
Why are you so excited? It's a pleasant enough town. It's not really very exciting, though, huh?
Because we are about to see the geographical center of Europe.
Right. Everybody should feel excited about something like that. Okay, well, we're on our way. Got to catch a bus. So here we are on our way to the geographical center of Europe. What do you think?
I think we're lucky that we're sitting.
I think we're lucky to be seated too. Well, it's the thrill of a lifetime, and we're very eager to get there. Once we're there, we'll tell you all about it. So, for those few of our viewers who don't already know where the geographical center of Europe is, but have always wondered, it's here in Rachiv, Ukraine. If you consider the map of Europe, and you look at all of the European countries that are to the east, north, and south of here, it makes a lot of sense, wouldn't you say, to define this as the European center? And of course, we have the writing on the wall to prove it. We've been to a lot of places in our travels, but never have we been to the geographical center of Europe, and it's one that we can check off the list now. Wouldn't you say, Valentina?
Very excited to be here.
Absolutely. So we left a dead cat in the basket here. Super Mama.
Ethnic minorities. Representatives of 85 nationalities live in Transcarpathia. They have different modes of life, cuisine, clothes, and arts. You can meet here imposing Hungarians, tolerant Germans, cheerful Gypsies, hard-working Romanians, and even-tempered Slovaks.
I've always said that about the Slovaks, very even-tempered. Some children's drawings here.
So they allowed us to take the Strambita out with a mountain background. Oh, this is cool.
Not getting any music out of it.
Yeah, I think you need to know how to do it. We'll put the sound.
We'll dub in the sound, okay.
Yeah.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh. So also here in the geographical center of Europe, they have some nature trails.
Oh, I can hear the humming of the bees.
Forest blackberries. Show me what you got there. We took the bus here, but decided to catch the train back. Once we found out there was a train stop here at the geographical center of Europe for your convenience.
Okay, so the bus was a little too pricey. To be honest, it was $1 a piece. If you're looking for lower budget, then you should take a train for half the price. So we took the train for $1 for 2 people.
We decided to have breakfast at this fancy looking place. Cafe bar, oh, I can't read Cyrillic when it's written in
Veranda, please.
Veranda, oh, veranda. So how's the coffee here at Veranda?
It's a lovely morning with it's a very decent cup of coffee, and I'm looking forward to get my breakfast.
That's right, breakfast is
The
on.
weather is great. It's overcast, but it's not raining. I love this kind of weather.
So, had a pleasant couple of days here in Rakiv, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I like it here.
When I first came here 9 years ago, I had an old guidebook. I won't name any names, but the guidebook, even 9 years ago, was several years out of date, and they had a short bit about Rakiv, and they just described it. If I can remember correctly, it was chaotically post-Soviet and crudely rural, is what they said about it. So, but we enjoyed our time here. It doesn't seem chaotic, all that post-Soviet or all that crude. It's a little bit run down, but in a charming sort of way. It's a sleepy place nestled in the mountains. We would definitely recommend people visit it if they get the chance, if they're in this part of the country, wouldn't you say?
Rakiv is also just a stone's throw from Romania, as you may recall us mentioning in our Halloween video.
people are pleasant.
Yeah, most of for Ukraine, you see a lot of people walking down the streets and smiling and looking like they're enjoying themselves. So.
Yeah, I just want to ask you for one favor. If you come to Ukraine, please don't judge our people because they go through a lot of things these days, and just a little bit of kindness always helps. And here you go. Look at your breakfast.
Breakfast is here.
Oh, look at this.
Oh my! I must be hungry.
Yes, I hope you are. You love that black bread, don't you?
I love the black bread. Right.
Можна передати, це дуже добре.
Bye, Rockies.
Display of brass on the ground. Did you see that?
So, actually, the Zakarpattia region in South Ukraine operates on Hungarian time, which is 2 hours earlier than Ukrainian time. So, we're just about to cross the border back into Ukrainian time here. We're about to jump ahead in 2 hours in just a few moments. We've been 2 hours in the past for a few days now.
I think this is the fastest time zone change we've ever experienced.
That's right. And not just 1 hour, 2.
2 hours, yeah, because it's summertime and Ukraine changes time, but Hungary doesn't.
That's right.
Here you go.
All right.
Unusual.
Going back to our regular hours. It'll be nice to see the sun set at the proper time. Okay, we're approaching the border. What time is it in Hungary now, Valentina?
It is 12:30.
Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. And okay, what time is it?
2:30.
And so we return to civilization. But we'll save that for the next episode.